Hey guys. So, I made this video last night, but I didn't finish going through the this day in history. And once I did, after the video, I was just like, oh wow, I have to remake this. And then when I woke up this morning, someone already beat me to it, before I could post it. I'm sorry that I got out this morning kind of late, but I don't think it's too late because there's something I gotta show you guys. But But I have one warning, and then I want to show you guys the significance of today. Um, Something in the spirit's going to happen today. I don't know if it's just a new like time frame to time frame type thing, because it seems like the Lord's been doing that, or what. But I can tell you guys this: I've been looking into, because the Lord told me, asked me, I heard him say, "What is indwelling?" And I kind of started thinking, and I was like, it sounds like someone becoming pregnant, being indwelled by the Spirit, right? By God. And so I was like, wow, it kind of sounds like conception. And so I went back to 717 and I was thinking, okay, so Lord said this was the day of the indwelling, the day it began, because it's been a process. But the day it began, and I was like, well, what would the due date be? And so the due date would be April 23rd, okay, which is a few months away. Mm, Sorry, I gotta get a drink of my coffee. Um, Cappuccino, actually. But so I do want to say that I've been really thinking about that a lot. Like the Lord just keeps bringing it up to my mind. Um, so I thought that was interesting. Okay, and I know that Darla from God's gifts got the words, the 23rd is something to behold. And then I also want to say this, that with these earthquakes, you guys, because there's always, the set of earthquakes that happen, they're going up by point 0.5. They just are. And each set. And if they'll be at 8 this next time. And so if they're already, hold on, one more second, guys. Sorry, I have something in my throat. But if they're already going to be at an 8, that's pretty big. So I just wanted to say that. Okay, so look at this scripture. It says at the beginning, it says, a fool has said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. Okay, and let's read the second part. Okay, it says, they looked down from upon the children of men to see if there were any that understood and seek God. They are all gone aside. They are altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good. No, not one. Okay. But like I said, it switches over. See, I have all these downloaded because they have sound, and I listen to it mainly. I mean, I do read it, but I like to listen to it too, because I can't read very well. I mean, I can read, I just can't see it. But it always switches to the message. So I want you guys to hear from this one specifically because last night, I don't care what anybody thinks, okay? But the first time about, like, if you think I'm crazy, that's fine. Don't watch my channel. But this is God's channel. So you're going to get what God's saying, all right? And God puts things in physical manifestations. And listen, signs, miracles, wonders, they follow the believer. The believer doesn't seek after them. Please, people, realize that. I've heard that quite a few times. Oh, you're always looking for something, like, oh, you're always trying to figure this out, like you're looking for a sign. But I'm not looking for signs. I'm not. They just come. It just happens. And it's I just figured out that's how the Lord speaks, right? Because I love him. and he teaches his people, okay? And so that I'm not looking into things like that, you guys. It just comes to me, okay? So, and it will do the same for you. Just trust that and it will happen. Just believe that and it will happen. But it says that in scripture too. So, but this one I'm gonna have it read to you really quick, okay?
Psalm 14, a David psalm. Bilious and bloated they gas. God is gone. Their words are poison gas, fouling the air. They poison rivers and skies. Thistles are their cash crop. God sticks his head out of heaven. He looks around. He's looking for someone not stupid. One man even, God expectant. Just one God-ready woman. He comes up empty. A string of zeros. Useless, unshepherded sheep, taking turns pretending to be shepherd. The 99 follow their fellow. Don't they know anything, all these imposters? Don't they know they can't get away with this? Treating people like a fast food meal over which they're too busy to pray. Night is coming for them, and nightmares. For God takes the side of victims. Do you think you can mess with the dreams of the poor? You can't. For God makes their dreams come true. Is there anyone around to save Israel? Yes, God is around. God turns life around. Turned around Jacob skips rope. Turned around Israel sings laughter.
Okay, there's one thing on here that I'm like, what is this meaning? The Lord's keeping it on my mind, but turned around Jacob skips rope. Turned around Israel sings laughter. Right? And so that's one thing that I'm just like, what is this trying to say here? What's this meaning? Okay, which I need to go look into all the other Bibles and see. But what I wanted to show you is this. Last night, I went to Walmart kind of late. It wasn't like super late, but I went to Walmart late and it was dark outside. But there was clouds. So I thought, wow, these clouds are so low. And I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to see the drive home. And so that's why I noticed it so much. But then I realized, like, this is too low, man. Like, for where we're at, it's too low, you know? And it was white. Like, the clouds looked white upon the black sky. They were white. They weren't even, like, gray. And so I was just like, this is so strange. And then I go to take a drink. I had my window down, okay, because I was ordering dinner at Taco Bell, and Walmart and Taco Bell, that's my night. But so when I go to take a drink, there's like something on my lips that just like burns and tastes like a chemical, and I was like, what the heck? And I didn't think it really. That's all I thought of it, okay, and I drove home. Later on that night, I had stepped outside, and the clouds were even worse, okay. I'm not going to go into like what I saw because this is the Lord's channel, and I mean, I don't know if the Lord. You know what? No, I know what I saw, but it looked like in the sky, because you got to think the clouds are white, all right? It looked like there was random puffs, like wisps, right? Strong, centered wisps of this clouds, like being blown from out of nowhere, like it was blowing from just a hole in the sky. It's very strange the only thing I could think of was this looks like it's being blown out of teeny tiny, like just out of a regular sized drone or something. And you just can't see it up there. I don't know, guys. And then the Lord put this scripture in my heart. I heard bilious and bloated the gas. God is gone. Okay. Now, this has happened one other time, right before Corona hit. And I told you guys when we came into one accord, when the two become one, when that after that happens, in my vision about the moons coming together, They turned into a biohazard sign. All right. Do not fret. All right. I'm not fretting, and I got it on me or whatever last night. Okay. But oh, it did the same thing to my lips later that night as well. I like checked, and it shouldn't have because my face was like washed and everything, and so it wouldn't have been there from earlier. And I'm just saying, like, this isn't. We all know they do that kind of stuff. Okay, wake up. So, that's about all I can say about this. I'm just saying the Lord's looking around to see if we're ready, and apparently we're not. Okay. And I'm not, you're not, like we all need to be better and we all need to be following the Lord rather than misguided people. Even I could be misguided. You know what I mean? Like we all could be. We all need to be thinking about that and making sure we're like fully good with the Lord. Please. This is no time to joke around at all. None. Do not joke. This is really serious. I really feel this heavy on me. This isn't that. All right, I have more reasons for this, okay? Um, I have more reasons for this. So whenever this, and I saw this yesterday, and I didn't think anything of it, but then after all these other things happened, I was like, oh man. So either coronavirus is going to get worse here in America, way worse, quickly. But I told you guys there's one of the days on the calendar where people get poisoned, okay? Now, I'm not fretting. I know the Lord's got me. I'm under His shield, His covering, and that ain't happening to me. I refuse to let that happen. Nope. And you should too. Refuse that. Don't accept it. Don't let the enemy do that to you. Just stand in defiance on it, and the Lord will cover you. Okay, so whenever I get to it, I'll point out I'll point out why I was the other confirmation to this. But I'm gonna read through these super quick. Okay, I'm not gonna read through all of them. War elephants, crossbow, and I thought that was interesting. The first regular war elephants corpse in Chinese army. So they started using elephants, which I thought was just interesting. Okay, but this is what pointed out to me. In 1556, the Shaanxi earthquake, the deadliest recorded kills. Look at that. Y'all see how many that is? Oh my gosh, you guys. And then this one. 1950, Israeli Knesset resolves Jerusalem is a capital. U.S. President Richard Nixon, which is a word I'd received before, a name, announces an accord has been reached to end Vietnam War. Sweden becomes the first nation in the world to ban aerosol sprays, believed to be damaging Earth's ozone layer. Come on now. All right, let's go to this. Okay, let's see where we can pick up this from. Sorry, guys, hang on. Georgetown, first U.S. Catholic college founded. And, okay. 7.8, which would be where it should be, where this next one should be at. Earthquake shakes the New Madrid in Missouri. And I heard last night Missouri. And I also heard Arkansas the other day, which is next to Missouri. Uniform U.S. election day for president and vice president authorized. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Okay. The first bridge over the Mississippi River opens in what is now Minneapolis, Minnesota. A crossing made today by Father Louis Penn Bridge. Now, the Lord's been pointing out this bridge to me, like the Lord is the bridge to the Father. Okay, He takes us over the waters so we can reach the Father. You guys see? We need a bridge to go over the waters, which is where we're at now. And we've been pushed off the boat and we're like floating, but the Lord wants us to walk on top of the water. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Mauna Loa volcano in Hawaii begins an eruption that lasts 300 days. I mean, come on, guys. This is what's happening right now. Two CMEs, earthquakes, plate shift, and I think a volcano went off this morning. You can really see what's happening with the earthquakes because you can see the increase on it. We're very close to something very big. I mean, I don't think they've seen over a 10, or I don't even think anyone's ever seen a 10 on an earthquakes. You know what I mean? And so if it were to be going at that rate, it'd be like 3 more left, maybe, if that, 4. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going though. I thought this was funny because he's about to shoot his arrows, and the Lord's been pointing out these arrows. So, U.S. National Archery Association forms. Okay, hold on. Okay. Aalesund fire. Okay, the Norwegian coastal town Aalesund is devastated by fire, leaving 10,000 people homeless and 1 person dead. Which I thought, a fire. Fire trucks is on the first day. Okay, and the Lord had given me the word telegram and radio. And so this says first radio rescue at sea. At sea. What happens when Peter's like, oh, falling in the water? Jesus like takes his hand, he's like, look to me, hey, look to me. Right? A rescue, kind of. Representation of rescue. Alright, so I thought that was really cool. Hold on, there's more to this. Let's try to find it all really fast. Okay. Alright, so I wanted to mention this too. The Lord started telling me, because this day in history is important because it shows how things repeat, right? And the Lord is definitely driving that home. But iPetco is very intricate, right? And I don't watch it anymore, but I do remember it. Please be careful watching that, getting that into your eyes. They made that go viral, and now like everyone's got that in their body. No, that has effects, guys. It really does. Okay, so please, it's no joke. Like that really does affect you. I didn't used to think so, and I used to think that side of like spiritualism was a little crazy. But once the Lord like corrected me and like, kind of rebuked me about this, I was just like, okay, and I changed how I look at things and deal with things and what I put in front of my face. I just don't anymore because I've learned. So please learn that because that's going to stop a lot of trouble in the future for you. It can cause a lot of issues. Okay, so El Salvador Army kills 4,000 protesting farmers. Well, do you guys remember seeing the green goo around the farmer with like the plowshare or whatever, which we know that's what that's representing, but also that could be some sort of like chemical or virus or just like I don't know. It reminds me of something just like caustic or radioactive, you know. But that scene matches scripture too, and it's just the Lord keeps making me think that on top of iPad God having real events, it also has each day, each like little time frame, um, has things that's happened in history too. It's got much more clues than we thought. So much more clues. Like only someone who is like being driven by like an evil spirit had to have made that because I'm not gonna go into all of it, all the things I've seen that match like this day in history or like match something like several. I'm talking like 5 of them on one day will match the video. Like that's very strange and odd, and it'll match what's going on in the spirit. So I mean, for me, that's like confirmation of what the Lord was telling me. I had to look into it after He showed me that. Okay, but that's just what that reminds me of. But there's a cool thing on here about a train. I think. Okay, this was something I thought was very interesting. 1937, Carl Ruddock. Um, sorry, and 16 others go on trial in Moscow as part of the Great Purge. Many were sentenced to death. The Great Purge. Yeah. And Israel, Knesset, resolves Jerusalem of capital of Israel. I think I said that one already. You guys, I just wanted to say this too. Just seeing Texas right there, the Lord is talking to me about Texas, and I believe we're going to see a great revival. So revival is going to break out soon. All right, I think it already is beginning, but it's also going to happen in more concentrated areas. And Tennessee and Texas is going to have a really big revival. And I believe it's already starting. No, hang on, baby. Let me finish my video and then you can. Okay, so then I saw this one. Express train traveling from York to Bristol derails, killing 14 and injuring many other passengers. Now, a brother in Christ had a dream. I can't remember if it's either Darla or her friend, okay? Had a dream of this train and all of its parts. It was going really fast down the railroad track, okay? But then all the parts on it started acting up funky and it got derailed, okay? And I told you guys that there's a day on the calendar that was Polar Express Day, and then the next time the Lord said it's like super express training, and each time training gets harder. And it's like more express training. It's harder and faster, harder and faster. Okay? I know I'm going through this for sure. Like, but so seeing this express train like derail on this day, like I just find that really interesting too. Um, this is how good God is that all these things can match, you know, all of these things. Okay. I'm trying to get through this pretty quick, guys. Yeah, I thought this was interesting too. A play called After the Fall premieres in New York City. Wonder what Arthur Miller's name means. Okay, the Lord's been saying stuff about spies as well, you guys. Like He's gonna send the spies out to go scope out the Promised Land, which I find really interesting. I'm like, really, Lord? So does that mean some of us get to come home? Like, what's going on there? So just find that interesting. This says spy ship USS Pueblo and 83-man crew seized in Sea of Japan by North Korea. Okay, and then this thing is sticking in my head a lot. In 1969, Cream, I don't know who that is, but I'm going to look into it, releases their last album called Goodbye. And let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is like another, oh, no, this is the same thing about aerosol sprays. See, it's on here twice. Believed to be damaging Earth's ozone layer. Like, really? On this same day that I get that scripture and all these things? No, something's gonna happen, you guys. Like, something about to happen. What's that? I don't know what it is exactly, but, people are about to get sick. Or sicker. I'm not really sure what it's gonna, I mean, I don't know what it was, but I know what I saw. And, I mean, it was all over my town, you guys. It was the whole town. Um, so let's see if there's anything else. The Dow Jones drop. Hundreds feared dead after powerful earthquake strikes the Soviet Central Asian Republic of Tajikistan. Oh, yes. Okay, so this is why I stayed on here. Okay, so the world's largest oil spill caused by embattled Iraqi forces in Kuwait. Now, there's going to be some sort of a large. Okay, I'll be right there. And so there's going to be some sort of large oil spill. There has been, I can't remember if it's all of them or if it's just been some of them. I haven't fully looked through every day, like over and over, because that's a lot of stuff. But I do know that several of the repeats had the oil spill stuff and very small, or had stuff about like this oil going on, right? So, all right, guys, I gotta let y'all go, but I just wanted to share that stuff with you. It helped me to kind of talk about some things the Lord's been talking about. Oh yeah, Worldwide Day for Peace in Bosnia Herzegovina. So, let's see if there's any more right here. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. I love y'all so much. God bless y'all, and just pray to the Lord, ask Him to bless you and cover your lungs with the blood of Christ, and to make sure you know you're filled all you can be with Him, and He'll take care of you. Love you guys. God bless. Bye.